Here in our neck of the woods, we've been waiting for rain, and boy, did it show up.
Yeah, we ended up flooding in this backyard here. I know there were numerous reports of basement flooding, street flooding. I know Mike Choco and Jack were out in the Scranton area. They brought back quite a bit of video showing people, pushing cars through areas where they tried to drive through and the water was just too deep. Can we go wider here on this image? Yeah, the shed door's closed. So I just want to show you, this is what we're talking about. One of the drains that we have here in our backyard is right here. And what happens when we flood, the mulch begins to come down. So the mulch ends up coming down here, blocking part of the drain, and then the water backs up, and it was all the way back up to the weather shed. So it was where I'm standing right now, it was probably about 5 inches deep earlier. So those downpours were just incredible. And I'm gonna have rainfall totals next half an hour. I'm still getting them all in, and thank you for everybody who emailed, called, gave me those numbers. So we appreciate it. All right, let's talk about what's happening right now. And there it is, shower activity is still out there. And that's what we're dealing with, those showers and storms. Again, the good news is you can see the heaviest stuff is now moving east of our region. If you see where Scranton is right there, it's still showing greens over Scranton, and that would be greens over our backyard. But obviously, you can tell right now it's not raining here in our backyard right now. But we still could have a couple more of these back here, back towards Renova and those areas. These will be more spotty that move through. It won't be this long cluster of storms like what we had earlier, which allowed it to just pour for an hour and a half. Reports, by the way, 3.5 inches in numerous places, including right down here, PNC Field. Spoke with the folks down there. They measured 3.5. So I'm going to see how much we have in our rain gauge here in just a minute. There you go, Springbrook. Just some lighter showers moving through. Wilkes-Barre, this is a brief downpour. Broadheadsville, obviously some downpours. Mount Pocono dealing with some downpours as well. Here's your spotty showers out here. All of this is continuing to move to the east. So we will see a few more. We're not going to completely rule it out, but there are no watches or warnings for central Pennsylvania. Eastern PA, the one spot we have is the flood warning, and that's for places in Luzerne and Lackawanna counties. Look at this. Here's your reporting stations, but where your heaviest rain, look at lower Luzerne County near the Hazleton area. This is where we've had reports of some heavy rain. Also through here, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, just over a ½ inch of rain. I think we're going to end up with a lot more in our rain gauge here. And we'll check that in a minute. Forest City, good afternoon to you. A little calm there. Mountain Springs Resort, good afternoon to you. Beautiful shot of the lake there. And there's a view of Wilkes-Barre. Mentioned one of those downpours going through there right now. There it is. Bumping temperature. We did hit 90. Those rain-cooled air came through with those showers, pushing temperatures down into the upper 60s, lower 70s. So that's why I said as we move into the evening hours, there's still going to be a few more showers possible. I don't think it's going to be that prolonged period of rain like what we saw earlier, but we'll continue to monitor it. And that's what it looks like as far as temperatures. This is where we've had the sunshine. This is where we've had the rain showers. Upper 60s, lower 70s, upper 80s in some spots. See, they just adjusted there. So, all right, this is what it looks like. Our temperature trend, we're going to be right around 70 degrees. So if you're going in this backyard, but if you're out in central PA where I just showed you those upper 80s, 7 p.m., there's going to be the possibility of a passing shower. And by 7 p.m., also about 80 degrees will be the temperature. And then overnight, 70 in this backyard. And eventually, we'll all get down into the upper 60s, lower 70s. But with this new rain that we just got, we're going to have some thick fog out there in spots. So keep that in mind for that commute. Got to show you Olive here. What a beautiful pup. Thank you, Shannon, for sending it in. What a way to chill out and relax in the pool. And good for you. Look at this. Nice day tomorrow. Just watch out later in the afternoon. Could get a little bit hot on the asphalt and concrete. All right, 7-day forecast looks like this. 87 tomorrow, 88 on Friday, 87 on Saturday, 90 on Sunday. By Sunday, though, we could have some afternoon thunderstorms. We'll have to keep an eye on. Then it does look a little bit cooler next week. Looking like highs back down into the upper 70s.